Roman Triumph is a city builder and a survival game that has us building up our own Roman city set on the fringes of the Roman Empire. We're tasked with building our settlement up with stability and comfortably for our citizens. We must provide for needs, establish a basis for expanding our knowledge and technology, improve logistics and trade with our neighbors, and honor the gods to reap the benefits, or not, and face their wrath. But this survival game also pits us against other regular threats, including mythological threats. And while we have already checked this game out once before, I'll link that in the description, this time it's with the latest updates, which have improved the systems we've interacted with before, added a lot of new content like aqueducts, new resources, and new enemy types, and of course made the game perform loads more stable. Forklift Interactive has reached out and sponsored this video for its 1.0 full release, which is happening right now. I've used this little montage at the start here to give you a little preview of what's in store for us. But for this, we're actually going to dial back on the whole post-commentary thing that shows all these new things like a commercial and dive into the game ourselves with the start of what could be a longer Let's Play series, if you want it to be, that is. So I'm on a pre-release copy of this 1.0 release, so a few things might change between now and when this video goes live, but probably not. For the most part, this is the game that this solo developer has created for us. Super cool. I love when you can play single developer games. Just the stuff that one person can do is crazy. We have 2 maps as a choice now, with 1.0 bringing us the desert map. You can travel south into the barren, arid deserts of North Africa. You got a lot less trees and a whole lot less natural barriers, so defense is going to be a little more challenging. But you do get more minerals. So your supply of iron and stuff will be more plentiful. You're going to need to rely on trade in the mid to late game for wood, though. There's just not going to be a whole lot there for you. You get an abundant amount of wildlife, though, so hunting's good for food, and you get fishing right away, which is neat. We're going to go Highland Forest here, though, because I haven't done a full playthrough here, and this is just the one that's balanced for now. Mountains provide natural cover for defenses. They can, at least. We'll go ahead and do this. This looks okay, but I'm going to want to stick to kind of the middle of the map because enemies can spawn in the corners, and that includes flyers and stuff, too. So I want to develop in the middle as much as I can, and I'd like water to be somewhere close to that. Okay, so this map is kind of interesting to me. We have an area here, which if enemies spawn this way, they're going to have to go around this mountain. Doesn't look like there's a passage right there. So I don't think they can go through that. As the camera rotates, we'll be able to see it. It looks like that's closed off. So they're going to have to come this way, which is nice. Of course, spawning over here is there too. The only problem we're going to have is if they spawn on this corner, but we can address that as we go. But really, we can set up defenses. Like if I set my colony up like right here, you can pretty much expand this way around the mountain and not have a whole lot of threat until flyers, which is going to be kind of nice. And we just kind of focus our defenses in one direction. I sort of like this. This is 62519 is the seed. Maybe it's the same for you if you play it. I don't know. We're going to play this one, though, and see. So we're going to go with normal difficulty. I'm going to turn the tutorial off. If you go hard, you can't customize the settings at all, which I think is nifty. If you don't want to play with mythological creatures, you can turn those off. If you don't want to play with any attacks or raids at all, you can turn those off. And of course, there's a whole sandbox thing with cheat mode and everything that you can do here if you want to as well. But I'm just going to play with the normal difficulty the way it's balanced. And we're going to call this... like I'm trying to think of a Roman thing. I think Carolus is kind of like a Charles name. Let's go Nova Carolus. I'm probably not saying that correct. This is like New Charles is what I'm going with, but there's not really like Charlie or Charles in Roman, but you got to kind of find a way. I think this will be fine, okay? To the esteemed governor, as our empire stretches its reach, I entrust you with a critical mission. Venture to the outskirts of the empire and establish a settlement on the frontier. Your duty is not only to build and lead, but to protect our citizens from the dangers that lurk beyond. The wildlands are home to more than wandering barbarians. Creatures of myth and legend, like hydras and other beasts, threaten the realm. Fortify your settlements and defend against these looming threats. I will. Okay. So, let's take a look at the land. We kind of have an understanding of the map so far anyway. Got this mountain range here that kind of wraps around up to here, which is my natural choke point against this side and this side. And I suppose it's kind of the, well, where am I? Orientation here. Okay, it's kind of a choke point for these guys too. They'll come straight this way. So we're definitely going to want to have some kind of defense-oriented thing happening right here. On this side might create a nuisance, but only 1/4 of the time, hopefully. But we have a choke point right here too, right here and right here that we can kind of funnel them into. Maybe heavily fortified, triple wall or something. It's not that long. It's not that much wall. And a whole bunch of siege weapons and whatever. But we'll come to that if we have to. Okay, what we want to do first is we want to build the castrum. And generally, I want to build it on non-fertile land, or at least, you know, like this would be okay, like right here. But I don't want to be super close to resources. So you can see I've got 2 things of iron right here, which is good. A stone right here. We got some iron over here. So where am I going to build my housing is yes. So I think the housing, I could put it like right in this area, but we're getting really close to these 2 rock sources. In general, you want your housing away from those because you're going to have buildings there mining and people don't like to live next to that stuff. We could have them live over in this area, but there's kind of fertile land, but it could be okay. We could have them live here. And then we want to farm probably here. I mean, farming through here would be great anyway. It's very green, so to be honest, I guess it doesn't really matter where the housing goes, just as long as it's not near these things. So I guess housing could go here. Initially, housing could be right here. It's away from all the mine sources, so we'll plan on housing being there. If that's the case, then farms will probably be this side. We have stuff that we're going to be mining through here. I don't really want the castrum to be near that, but I guess. We'll say castrum goes here. I don't like it. I don't love it. I don't love that location for the castrum, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. We're going to start. First thing, we want to address food right away. So we have 75 wood, 25 stone, 40 brick, and 100 food. And the food is already at a deficit because every citizen consumes 2 food every month. So we have 8 citizens to start, and that's going to grow as we build. So we're going to need to address food right away. We can start with farms if we have land to do so. And we actually have some area right here where we could farm. So let's start by clearing this out a little bit right here. Get the trees out of the way there. We also want to have housing going up pretty quickly. So I'm going to clear this out here too. And we're going to drop our hospital probably right here. So if we want to plan this out, I would say that farms being right in this area is a really great place. So why don't we plan on a road, I think going right up the river there. So we'll have the road be right here up that river like this. It's going to allow me to place 2 wide buildings up against the castrum, which isn't the best aesthetic that I like, but it'll be fine. Or we could alternatively, I could just excuse me. Yeah, road. I could alternatively take this road away and have the road be up against the castrum like that, and then it comes out like this. That's probably good too. Yeah, that'll work for me. Okay, and then this is going to also go that way because we're going to want other stuff going out that way. Now, the reason why I'm laying roads first is because in order to basically build any building, there are a few exceptions, the hunter's hut for one, but most buildings, you got to be close enough to a road to build it. So you need roads first. So the hospitum, for example, I can't build it here. It's too far away from the road, but I can build it here. So it's just got to be in range of the road, right? The road, there's got to be a road somewhere in that green circle, basically. And I'm thinking probably I would put it here. It's not necessarily the best place, but I'm gonna go with it. So right there will be one house, and I can't build another one until we have wood. So ready, set, go, everyone. Go get wood. You're gonna clear this out first, and then I also need stone. So any stone that's in this area, we also want you to grab that too. And we're gonna focus on this area first because this is where we can farm. Now the other thing I can build is a hunter's hut. once I have the wood. Let's make sure that people are... all right, you know, let's let them build one house first. I feel like I should have 2 houses built first, to be honest, because there's 20. There's gonna be like these can house 10 people, and we're gonna grow pretty quickly. So I'm actually gonna build a second house right away too. So we'll replace that right there, and then the road will just go between these things. Okay. I want to make sure that these guys are working the jobs I want them to work. So for that, we're going to take a look at our job priorities. We can do that by just hitting tab at any time, or we can click this button here. How the jobs work in this game is that basically anything on top is the highest priority. So you'll notice if I switch everybody to wood gathering like this, nobody's going to build anything, and everyone's going to chop down trees instead. We can limit jobs by clicking the cog. So let's say I don't want everyone to do wood gathering. Maybe I only want 5 people to do wood gathering. We enable this, and then anyone who can't work this job will move on to the next one. And then when that one fills up, they'll move on to the next one. That's how job priorities work in the game. You can flippy-flop through them anytime you want. It's actually pretty intuitive. I like it. Okay. So with housing good, this will make them happy because they won't be homeless. If you leave them homeless too long, they'll die. They'll just die. So, you know, give them homes. But we have to also get food generation started before this ticks down. And we have 10 people now. That's going to fill up at one house. So we'll probably have more than 10 people soon. And then they will be homeless unless they build that second one. So I want them to build that. We should have a little bit of... Yes, we do have a little bit of wood now. So why don't we place this farm? God, it's 94 is not great, but... I'm trying to get this to be right where I want it to be, and it's not going to cooperate with me. Let's go 1. And I don't have the stone. Let's make sure we get people. Can I have some stone, please? I just really need the wheat farm to be, you know, operational. I need you guys to build it. So give me some stone. And what they're going to do is they're going to, you know, they'll hack away at the stone, and they'll bring it. Now, all of these stones will disappear, but there are some major ones that won't. Some big ones that we can set up mines on. And they won't. Like these ones are iron deposits. We need mines for those. This is a big rock quarry site. So we just need, you know, stuff for that too. You know, really quick. So we're not ready for trade. Wrong screen. So I want to go like, I guess back-to-back farms is probably fine. Something like that is okay. And like that. Then I'll put another one right here. But we just want 3 farms to kind of get started here. Okay. So put this path down that way. Put the path down this way. Okay. Here, I need to expand storage because we need a place to put food. Now, they're going to bring it to the castrum anyway because it's really the closest thing. But they can bring it to food storage, and it also increases how much food I'm able to store. So we're going to place food storages here because it's super important to have those. Okay, so hospitums are done. That's nice. People have a place to live, and happiness can rise. Happiness is good. The more happiness they have, they'll work better, and it attracts more people to come here. Because clearly, if they're happy, we must be doing something right. So we have composed of all these different weighted averages here, and you get a total score up at the top, which in this case right now is 44. They don't have that whole new place optimism like RimWorld does or anything. Nope, they just start out completely depressed. You have to work them up to where they're not. Looks like I have a... Did I do an extra road here at some point? I probably misclicked it. Give me that back. All right, wheat farm like that. And then I want another one here and one more here. All right, that's going to give me 6. And it's probably still not enough, but I'm going to do it anyway. 6 wheat farms to start things off that way. And then I need a place for people to hunt. So let's get hunting going. Now, hunting is good, but if you start building anywhere in this circle, then hunting becomes bad. Because like the animals will move away. So you kind of want to stay out of this. So I'm going to put that road right at the edge of this circle. And I'm going to place that hunter there. And that's 10 weapons. So I only had 10 weapons. So that's great. Do I need weapons to make legionary? I forgot. I don't know about that. I can make them. Okay, so I don't need weapons. I need 5 wood, 4 stone, 7 food, 1 gold to make each one, and then they each cost 4 food a piece per month, which basically means soldiers eat twice as much as normal citizens do. Okay, fine. We want farmers at the top of the job board at all times because like, I want them always working. So there we go. Bring that food in. You have plenty of places to store it now. Okay. Next, let's get the workflow set up for brick, so we can make more of these houses, because we're going to start having more homeless people soon. So brick, we need to make clay first, and we want to do this in, again, where it's not going to be fertile. So let me just click the wheat farm really quick. So probably right in this area. This is kind of an industrial area we're going to be doing, so I can probably get brick and stuff moving in like right here. It's probably good. So let's do the clay pit, again, away from the road. You don't need the road completely connected. You can do it away from it. So I think maybe from, I think it'll let me build there. So let's just try it by having a road like here. Can I build right here? No, I need one more over then. Am I losing wood by this? Do I get a full refund? I guess I never really looked at it. Let's try it. So I have to be here, I guess. 2, 3. So we'll just put the road here. I don't actually know what that cost me, but wasn't paying attention. It's fine. All right, so I can build it here. And it's okay. We don't have to put it right on the road or anything. It just has to be close enough to the road. So we'll play clay pits. I think we'll put back this way. So we'll say clay pit here. And we'll start with just one of each because it's just cheaper to get that going. So we'll say brick. We'll say brick here. And then we're going to place a stockpile there. Okay. That'll be where they go for now. Now, they'll build, even though the road doesn't go all the way there, but they will move slower going through here. So we're just going to want to have the road. Why are you going around the tiles like that? Don't do that. Go straight. Go straight. Go straight. Thank you. All right, cool. Citizens are happier when they have neighbors. Yeah, so the game's logic is that the more, you know, you put a whole bunch of people in here and they're going to be happy because they have, you know, roommates or whatever, which I guess, you know, it's cool. So that's why I've used these ones instead of the other one. If you're curious on why I'm not using the Domus, you can. It builds really quickly. It works. But I skipped right to this one because I know it adds more comfort for them. So it's 4 comfort for this and 7 comfort for this. The downside of the Hospitium is that it takes brick maintenance. So you have to have brick. And since we don't have any more brick, when the month ticks over here, these houses are going to become, they're not going to work. So you're going to see, you know, since it didn't get its resources, the maintenance isn't going to work. And if they don't have their maintenance, they're invalid. So we need both of these buildings made right now. And we have builders for that. Yep. So we'll just have that going. You can see that we currently, if we pause right now, we can see this is the icon you'll see. When you see this icon, it means that this building didn't get its maintenance upkeep. And because of that, nobody can live here. So I currently have 10 people without a home. Okay? Which is bad. And that's why we have bad happiness. Now, if they stay without a home too long, they'll leave. Or they'll die. But usually they'll leave. It's all the same to you as the player. Whether they leave or die, it's the same. So either way, they not with you no more. Okay? So, you know, we want to get on that as fast as we can. So let's get this started up. We have brick workers and the clay pit should finish construction now. And then we'll have people doing clay too. Oh man, they take a while to build, don't they? It takes so long to build these things. Come on now. Get that done. All right. So currently we have a gain of 21 per month here, which is great. We have a lot of good food resources too. Next thing, academics. Yes. So industry has an academia building, and this is where we start researching. Very important in this game is research. I'm going to stick that right there for now. And we're going to leverage that food surplus we have to get some of our early game researches because they all take food. All right. First, which I guess, you know, depending on how you interpret it, is early. First enemy wave. So enemies are coming. In this case, we're going to have 12 barbarians coming at us. Okay? You can see that at the top of the screen right here. In 5 months, 12 barbarians will show up. If you're playing on harder difficulty, it won't even tell you when it's going to happen. You get no warning. So that's fun. A horde of barbarians is charging towards your settlement. They come to pillage, kill, and burn your menacing new settlement. They're just, I don't know, they're just bad people. You can see a little bit of stats about them here. The important things are how to defend against them. Scorpios Flamethrowers, catapults, and archers are particularly effective. We're going to have archers. We don't have any of these other things. And then resources gained when killed is gold and weapons. We're going to get some weapons, not one for each one, but we're going to get some weapons and we're going to get some gold. Okay? So they're going to be here in 5 months, and they're coming from that direction. So we know which direction they're coming from, and we know when they're going to be here. So we have time to prepare. Also, we just got some bricks in, which provided the maintenance this building required. So now valid housing is back in business. All right, cool. Now, once they get a good amount of resources in, I can then build more because I'm going to need that too. All right, in the meantime, let's have more stone, please. Gather the stone. Also, we're going to need more wood too, I think. So why don't you clear this area because we're going to want more housing. Clear that area, and let's clear this area over here so we can get more industrial going here, if possible. We have a very good food surplus, but we are going to spend it, so you got to be careful. Also, it is September, and I think I'm not going to spend it right away because September is like death. Not September. September's not death. September is right before death because winter's coming, okay? And the crops don't work nearly as well in the wintertime. Now, we do have a hunter, I think. Hunter should be at the top of the list. Farmer should be at the top of the list as well. Wood gatherers are restricted. Yeah, we should probably do that. Let's keep that going. Let's have you be here too. Wood gatherers and stone gatherers should be at the bottom right after researcher. Okay, good. We need to build more homes. Yes, I know, but I need brick and stuff first, so that's got to happen. Okay, so we only have 24 citizens. So one more of these should do it if I can just get the brick. What's going on here? Do I need more clay? I think I need more of these. I didn't think I would need more yet, but it looks like I kind of do. We'll build another one, and then we'll get another brickworks in here too. We'll just go 2 and 2. It should provide us with enough. I would hope anyway. It provides us with enough. And then we're going to use research to get the stone quarry stuff there after that. Okay, so here's our academia. All right, we can get to research by clicking this button, or we can click this button here down here. F2 also gets us to where we want to be. There's one other way to reach the research tree, and that's just to click something you don't have unlocked. So if I want, for example, the villa, or the treasury is a good one because I want taxes. That's a great thing to have. If I click that, it'll take me right to the tech tree and highlight the thing I clicked. Now, I'd love to spend 75 food on this right now and just like totally have taxes taken care of, because taxes are great. I need to be able to make money, because otherwise I can't pay to make more soldiers. But this comes with a happiness debuff, and it uses 75 food, which just happens to be like a third of my supply, a quarter of my supply right now. So right before winter, not digging that idea. So we're going to hold off on that until then. Is there any research I can do that doesn't take food? That part I don't know, because like pretty much all of these early game ones either take more gold than I have or they take food. Okay, so cabbage farming is good. We could do cabbage farming. This one doesn't take food. Actually, it's interesting. The food researches don't take food. Cool. Good to know. 10 brick, then I can do cabbage farming, and then we can get them. Yeah, we'll just do that right now. All right. Got to be careful with that, too, because if I use all my brick here, all of a sudden they don't have their maintenance, and people are homeless again. Not a good idea. We actually have 5 people homeless right now, so I do need to build some. I think I'll take the domus. Just a couple of these, like right along the river here would be all right, I guess. Just some extra housing in case we run out of brick. At least not everybody is going to be homeless. So we can put, like, say, I was hoping to do 3 of them, but 2 will be fine, I guess, for now. They're very fast to construct. So, like, it says it's very quick, so that it won't take long at all. And at least these guys won't be homeless, because each of these is 5 people. Okay, so we won't have any homeless for a while. And then lots and lots of brick coming in now. We have a surplus of 43 per month. Okay. Maximum food storage is 416, but we can hear winter is here. The snow is falling. So what's going to happen to our food surplus in the winter time? Well, each of our farms are now negative 50% production yield. So essentially all of our farms are only producing half of what they used to. So because of that, we're going to get hit by this. It's not reflected yet, but it's going to start reflecting this this gain we have, this green gain we have is going to start going down. We'll have to see just how far down it goes. Now, there's a couple of things we need to do. These guys are coming in 2 months. All right. We have this building that's sitting out here, and most likely the barbarians are going to take that and burn it. I don't want them to do that. So why don't we defend that? We have archer towers. And building in his radius sucks. That's the hard part here. Is building in his radius is going to cause the food to go away. He's at 122%. I like that. So, we might just have to suck it up, Buttercup, and just defend his territory right where he is instead of building archer towers. I was going to build archer towers for these guys, but I think for the very first set of enemies, let's delay that a little bit just to get that extra food and not do that. So the thing is, then people die. You know what? I think I'd rather just move him. Yeah, it's fine. So here's what we're going to do instead. I like this better. Let's put the archer towers right outside of his radius. We'll put them here and here. And then we're going to have our legionaries, because we're going to train them right now. We're going to have our legionaries kind of be here. And then we'll have them run back and hope that the enemy follows the soldiers into the trap and then leaves this building alone. So we're going to try that. So we're going to take, have an archer tower, I guess, right here, just outside that radius. And then another one I'm going to place here. Is it? Yeah, I just want to make them even. Yeah. So they're going to cover each other's backs or fronts or whatever. They're going to cover each other. Right. While that's happening, we need to make soldiers. It takes about a month to train them, so we got time. So I'm going to open this up. And again, they consume twice as much food as a normal citizen does. It also costs 7 food to make each one and gold. I have 20 gold, so I can make more. It comes out of the existing population, so I'll have less workers when I do this too. So we're going to take and make Gladius. They are close combat soldiers. They're the best melee fighters. We have the Pilum, which are like spears. They are less effective at hand-to-hand, like they're less effective in melee combat, but they can throw their spears. So they have some range ability, and because of that extra reach they have with their spears, they can fight creatures as well. The Gladius won't fight creatures. Okay? And then we have ranged units. They can attack monsters as well because they're at range. But they're low health and they're not very great at all at melee. We want some melee fighters for this one. So we're going to make... it depends on if those towers get built. I think they'll get built in time. So I think we'll make 4 of these guys right now. But in general, if you want them to win a head-to-head fight right here, you're going to want like a 2-to-1 ratio. You're going to want one Gladius for every 2 barbarians. So essentially you need 6 people. You need 6 of your guys to defeat 12 of theirs. But I think the towers will be done. So I'm going to let that go. So that's going to pull 4 people, 4 citizens out of the workforce. You'll still have them here. They still need homes, but they're not working anymore. They're going to be soldiers now. They're professional soldiers now. Okay, builders. Looks like we're good there. We have plenty of wood, so there shouldn't be a problem building these in time, I wouldn't think. We just got our research done for cabbage farming, so I'm going to place that down as well. Let's put this. This is 108. I like 108. 108 sounds good. Let's go 1, 2... Actually place them right next to each other if I just stagger them, but it looks kind of messy. So let's just make nice clean rows, shall we? We'll put 2 for now. 2 is fine for now. And put them kind of between. We really don't need the road, do we? It just needs to be close. I don't need the road. Let's take the road out of here. This is fine. This is fine. All right. Extra cabbage farming. So we have a 42-month surplus. Apparently I am doing better on food than I thought I was. Cool. That's neat. It means, because I'm doing better on food than I thought I was, we can probably afford taxation now. So why don't we go and... It is January. I think we can afford it. Let's go ahead and get taxation unlocked so we can afford to do more things in the future. So once these are built, these act just like any other job. So I'm going to need to assign them. It's going to show up as archers here. I'm going to have to assign them here as well. Let's put the clay pit workers underneath that. And researchers above. No, let's leave the researchers down. Yeah. Once the building goes away, then all these guys will have researchers again. But I want builders now. We're very close to this battle starting, and I need these towers built right now. Let's go. Almost. Come on. How are we doing with... Okay, all of our professional soldiers are trained, ready to go. So we're going to place these guys... Because I'm going to try to get these guys to follow me. So I'm going to place these guys, like, in here, I guess. Let's just kind of get them in the woods over there, okay? There we go. Okay, now jobs... Oh, I had them open already. Jobs, archer, all the way to the top, please. Okay. So we're going to have people heading on over here. You can see they're ready to go. They will be flinging arrows at our enemies. It's going to be great. All right, so next is the battle. They're not that impressive, but they will wreck us if I don't have any defenses at all. But I think we'll be fine with the towers. We shouldn't have any deaths whatsoever, as long as they don't stop to burn my hunter. Wait, they can't get through here. Nah, there's no way they can get through there. Okay, just making sure. I was like, wait a minute, because they look like they're going this way. I think they just want to be really close to the mountain. Yeah, they're gonna hug the edge. Okay, so I'm gonna want to get them. There we are. Okay, ready? So they should come towards my guys now. So I'm gonna try to lure them to my trap. Tell my guys to hold position. There we go. And now we'll attack. So I brought them into my trap. And now our archers will just pelt them with arrows over and over again. And we didn't have anyone die. Now, if I want to see the health bars of our own soldiers, I can open up my army menu, and it's right here. Yeah, there it is. So, okay. So the one guy almost died, but for the most part, we're good. Everything worked out. That's it. That's good. Army menu is also down here, so I don't have to actually go back to the cast room. I'm so used to doing so. Archers, we no longer need you to be in there, so there we go. Now, I can take these soldiers and disband them. They will become normal citizens again, and they will go off and, you know, do whatever they do. But I do not get refunded for all the resources I spent making them soldiers. So it's pros and cons. Currently, they are, you know, consuming twice as much food, but there aren't that many of them. So I think it's okay just to lead them as soldiers for now. So that's what I intend to do. And I'm just going to go ahead and have them all just, I don't know, hang out in here so I can see where they are. Just hang out in there. It's fine. We don't need any more protections. I should not have disrupted the hunting. Should have been fine. Didn't build anything in here. Should be fine. Okay. Do we want more hunting? Kind of. I kind of do. But since I have good crops now and it's starting to become spring, should have really good food now. Yeah, I think we'll be all right now with food. 153 a month surplus is very nice. Cool. So we need more houses. So let's take Hospitum, and we're going to say I want to go. So if I'm planning for the future, I would leave a gap right here. Because, well, spoilers, the upgraded, the very high-end, highest end of housing occupies the same amount of space as these two Hospitums do. With a space between here like this, and then over there. So like it's a very big place. It's a villa, but I'm not going to do that because this is like a more dense area, and I need more housing than that. So let's get this many. We're going to have housing for a lot of people right here. There we go. And then we can go and do this, and let's have that go around, and like so. So that'll be our little streets that we develop from here. Now, in addition to making people comfortable, good housing, all these things, we also need recreation for them to do. We need things for them to do. And one of those things, they like to go to a tavern. So we're going to place a tavern right in here, like this. Maybe the other side. Yeah, because housing is expanding this way. So maybe we'll go this way with it. I like that better. Although it doesn't really cover that final house over there if I do that. It's, you know, it's fine. We'll put it right here. Is okay. That way, as we span this way, it'll cover these houses too. We can also give them a little bit more comfort if we have like little parks and stuff nearby, right? So In our housing section here, we can put like a small park right here. That'll cover these 2 houses. It's fine. 3, I guess 3 houses. Yeah. Put a little park right there too, next to the tavern. It'll look pretty good. We also have available to us these columns and such like this, which add extra buffs and stuff to all these houses too. We can place those in between. That's one of the reasons why also to separate the houses is that you can lay these parks in between them and get bonuses for them. But I'm gonna aim for more density here than doing that. Okay, so loads of houses ready to expand. I got 28 vacant beds and more on the way, so we're gonna be fine on housing. Let's take a look really quick. Taxes is going. Okay, I think the next thing I want to do after I get taxes, right now there's 62 happiness. Very good things. We're nearly full on food storage. And I am somebody who just can never have too much food. I want food in storage all the time. I am obsessed with constantly having more and more food all the time. So I am going to actually, my next research is going to be big food storage. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Probably. Because as we get more population, we will suck down more food, and all these resources take food. So researches take food. So I'm going to say we go large food storage, 25 gold. Well, okay. I guess I can't do that yet. Fine. You got me. I can't do that yet. So we'll do instead, furniture upgrades are neat, and they don't require any additional maintenance. And they become more comfortable. Stone mining is probably more. Yeah, actually, stone mining is definitely better for us. We'll do that instead. Take 75 food to do that. Okay, so stone mining is going to let us work these quarries instead of having to like run all over the place and gather stone, which is what we're still doing here because I'm still doing that. Let's also go in and cut down. Yeah, these trees need to be cut down. And let's expand our farming area just a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, what else can we do? Well, we can start working on more long-term plans for protection. Now, I do want to stay out of this zone, but like eventually we're going to have to, you know, do something here. So if I move you to somewhere else, where would I move you? What's a good place for you? This is pretty good. And I'm not going to develop out here for a while. So I think out here is probably better for you. I think so. Why don't we have you be here? I'm going to move you over there. I'm not going to add a new one. I'm just going to move you. So now I can build in this area without having to worry about that. Okay. Now I'm going to keep these towers here because if they ever get through our main defenses and start going towards into this choke point, I want to have 2 towers ready to just shoot them. All right. So we're going to leave those there, but we can use this wood, which we need to gather more of actually. So why don't we actually go ahead and do that? Let's have a whole like wood collection operation go on right here and just have all that happen. I'm thinking right now, instead of having a wall here, which I probably will have a wall here, and then we'll continue to build outside that. We'll have multiple layers of walls. We'll probably do that. But like long term, I'm thinking a wall right here. They can't pass through water unless I build a bridge. So, which you can do now in 1.0 of the game. And actually, before 1.0, you can build bridges. It's just an update that's happened since. I really want to get these 2 stone things. So I'm thinking we'll have one wall that comes like through here. From there to there. That's the wrong tool. Here we go. Yeah, from here to here. It's a pretty short wall. Doesn't take a whole lot of resources. Obviously, brick wall will be the end result there. And then we can keep this if we... Well, I mean, a wall here probably would be better because then it covers from that side and that side. If I do it here, then I only cover that side and I don't cover that side. So I probably would do this. And then we'd be able to use all of this land, which is good. I think in the short term, just to kind of block this off, because there is definitely a gap here that's we're susceptible to here. I think I'm going to go ahead and just have, yeah, like this happen. I'm not even going to bother with a gate. It's just going to, you're just going to put a wall right there. I think that's good for it. All right, I think we're good for that. Let's go like this and go like this. And then I don't know if this is passable. I think it is. I think they can wiggle their way through here. So what I'd probably do in this situation, instead of a wall, we'd put an archer tower in here. Because I can build all the way through here. So this is definitely passable. So I'd probably line this with archer towers, or, you know, a wall and an archer tower. It looks like this might be passable too. That sucks. I hate that that's passable. Just to stop that from being passable as long as possible, we're going to put a wall there. And then probably what we'd want to do in this case then is we put a gate. I think it's just as wide as a gate pretty much, isn't it? No, it looks like, no, it's wider than a gate. Okay, so I put a gate like here. And then we'll say that on this side of the gate goes there, and on this side of the gate is there. That's kind of it, you know. We could maybe get this a little bit better just by going there and here too, just to create that extra barrier. And then the archer tower would want to be on the back side so that it protects the gate. So we'd place the archer tower like here. So just trying to cover our back so we can focus all of our attention on this side for future attacks, essentially, is where I'm at here. Okay, so our jobs right now, there's a lot of builders, I assume. Yeah. Let's bring the researching job higher. Barkeeper goes up here to keep them all happy and fed. And yeah, we have only one on bricks, which is okay for now. Until we're done building things, I think that's okay for now. We definitely want more wood gathering, though, because we're using a bunch of it. And there's this completed technology. So stone mining is done. That's neat. So in industry, we wanted to go with the quarry. Now, this circle is the reason why I don't want houses near the stones, right? So I'm kind of trying to keep that away. Like there's going to be a quarry right here. I could put it on this side, though. That gives a little bit extra room. I like that. But you can't put any housing in that circle unless you want a debuff, right? I mean, it'll let you build there, but you're going to get a debuff. So probably put a stone quarry here. I think we'll start here just so I know my limits. So we'll put that right there. And then, I mean, I guess if I really want to just keep knowing my limits, right, I guess we'll just put the other one here. So 2 stone quarries right here. That's good. Next attack is coming. Okay, 6 months from now, 26 barbarians will be here. And they're coming from that side now. Okay, now we're obviously investing a little bit in this back here. I don't think that's a waste of time. I think it's important to do these things. However, we can stop the construction now because it won't be very useful to us for a little while. Looks like I can't quite click it. I guess it's because it's done. Okay. We'll just leave that one for now. They basically finished all this stuff already. Yeah. So this wall's in. They can't pass through here without having to take out the wall. We'll put a tower here to defend it. Same thing here. But if we want to go into this side, we now at least have a gate so we can pass through it. It's very tight in here, but we can pass through that little gap. So, and then this will defend it. What we want to do now is deactivate this tower because it will not be useful to us right now. So only the activated towers will be useful to us. I think we can take 26 barbarians with just these two. But I think I feel more comfortable if we had 4 of these. So why don't we just go a little bit deeper here, and we'll go 1, and we need more wood. Yes, we do. We need even more wood. Okay, well, I know right where you can get it. Right here. Yep. We already have this whole area marked to cut it down. We just need more people cutting it. Let's get a whole bunch of people cutting wood temporarily. Unleash the Kraken. 41 people are just chopping down wood right now. There's a whole lot of trees about to fall. Oh yeah, and they're gonna bring it back. If food storages are looking pretty good. 507. We're losing 77 a month only because nobody's working the farms right now. I could probably put them back. Let's put them back here, okay? The wood gathering doesn't have to be at the very top, right? And then obviously we need to make sure we're keeping brick going too. So let's just be reasonable here, okay? It's fine. You can even put builders above them. See, we basically just undid everything. But it's okay because we just like instantly have 400 wood, so we're good. Let's say, where is this? Right here? So I want to go right across from that onto this one or the other one. Which one is it? It'd be easier if I had that road. Let's go wood wall. Nope. Let's go. Where is it? Right here, I think, is straight across from it. There we go. Now, one of the resources we can get, which will definitely help us with this attack, is the stone sharp arrows, which is only 35 food. So we're going to go ahead and work on that. And let's make sure also that people are researching as well. So stone sharp arrows is an upgrade to the tower. It's going to increase DPS and also range. So that's nice. So both of these will be able to cover each other a little bit easier that way too. And then what I want to do, just to get like a little wall on the interior, right? Which I guess I kind of want these trees to be cleared out so I can really see it. But to get another wall, we would want to go like right after this. I think it would be about here. Yeah. So let's get a gate. See how it's going to go right between these towers. And so it's going to be, I guess, right, not here, but here, let's say. There's a gate. All right. And then the wood wall. And again, I really wish I could I got to clear these trees out of the way so I can see what's going on. But let's cancel all the trees here so that you focus this area so I can really see what the heck's going on here. And then you still have maxed out storage for wood anyway, so we need to spend it on something, which is why I'm putting in the walls. Okay, well, let's just do it then. Right here looks like the gate. I can see this. So we're going to have this wall go out this way. Yeah, and it'll just go all the way across like this. Nope. Why did I right click? Don't do that. There. Out. Like this. Just in case I right click again. Yeah, and then we'll just go there. This red area is impassable. So it doesn't matter what we like. It doesn't matter. I can't build anything here anyway. Right? No, that's not true. Well, it's interesting. I thought that red area was impassable, but apparently that's just not true because it's letting me build that. So maybe it is. Don't place walls too far out or enemies may slip past without your patrols noticing. I mean, now I can't build here, so that's impassable, but this doesn't count. Yeah. So that's going to seal that off. And then on this side, same thing. I'm going to have it be right here and it just goes straight to the cliff side. And that's as far as I can build. So that's going to lock that area off. So that's our first wall that really just stops everything from that side getting here. They could try to go this way, which that's why I have this. Now, it's probably more advantageous for them to try that because I have a lot more towers here. So we'll see what they do. Could also build walls here, but then that's kind of trapping these guys in, which if they spawn on this side, which would be terrible. But so I'm gonna leave this as an option for them. But for now, we're gonna use all of this wood. Yes, wood gathering is not a job that people are doing right now. No archers yet. Brickmakers good. Builders, yes. All right, I like the jobs. And now we have sharp stone arrows. So what we can do with this is once these are done, you can't upgrade them until they're done. But if we upgrade these, see they're not quite covering the gate. But if I upgrade this to sharp stone arrows, then what happens is the range increases. Now it can cover the gate as well as all the other towers. So now we actually have some pretty good stopping power there on that. And then I can also do it here. Nope, I need to have the stone to do that. Well, that's okay. We're going to have the stone in a second. They're going to build that stuff, and then they're going to go to the quarry after that. So quarry workers happen after building. There we go. Now we'll have quarry workers, which will give us the stone we need. Legionnaires, you're going to stop right here. Just hang out. I want you to just hang out right here. If they make it past this gate, I mean, they may. Oh boy. Hi, series. I like you. Not just because you're attractive, but because you give us bountiful harvests, which allow me to have even more food. I love it. So I noticed your settlement has grown quite a bit, and I thought I could help out. If you build temples and make offerings, I'll ensure your fields are fertile and your harvest plentiful. She has a really good perk that I like to have in times like December. She can make my farms work just as well in the winter as they do in the summer. It only lasts a temporary amount of time, but if I time my donations to her properly, I can get that thing to happen every year, which would be nice. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I'll talk about gods, I guess. So we'll go to religion. They're not interested in me yet. If I make a donation to them, that will spark their interest. And I can do that if I like really want Mars's help right now or something. I can throw food his way and he'll be like, hey, who are you? But right now they're not interested in me. Sirius is happy. Usually they're happy when they first discover you, but if you don't react the way they want you to, then they can be upset. So right now she wants temples and a donation or a festival. So I can do a food offering to Ceres, and let's give her like 64 food. That's going to raise favor over time. It's going to decay by 3 every month, but it's going to raise it over time. And if this bar gets maxed out, she gives me a perk, which is great. And she's a really good perk to get first because she gives you food or helps your food production, which is what you use. It's what you offer to the other gods as food. So that's a really good thing to have. Okay. I think I can only make pilums. Well, I can't make these guys. Why? Oh, what was the reason? Is it? Oh, is stone. Well, I can make 2 more. I'm going to get 2 more. I can't imagine I need the 2 more right now, but I'm going to get 2 more just so that we're really covering ourselves here. The wall is nearly done. I don't know if they're going to attack the wall directly or if they're going to go right for the gate. I think they typically go for the gate. So that's why I've kind of done this. But if I wanted to, since I have the wood to do so, I could also go ahead and put more towers. So I can go in and put like 1 here. And I can even get 1 over here. But I think I'm good with this one. If they come through here, that would be a drag, but I'll just have my legionnaires bring them over here. It's fine. Okay, right here. Choose your blessing, right? It's January. I have 3 options for Ceres. Bountiful harvests, crop resilience, and fertility boost. And all their benefits are right there on the screen. Crop resilience is the thing that makes crops last really well and do really well in cold weather. You'll notice that right now I have a deficit with food. I'm losing 23 food per month right now because it's cold. However, if I click this button, now my crops are resilient. Farm production yield will remain plentiful even in winter, last around 6 months or until Ceres is no longer content. As long as I keep her happy, everything will be fine. So with that done, my food surplus now goes back to 80 a month. I'm making more food now because my crops can take the winter just fine. So that's a very cool thing to have. So I like that we gained Ceres' favor right away. You don't necessarily get her, you don't necessarily get her favor first. And you can prompt it if you just, all you gotta do is give her food. Just donate, but yeah. Okay, I want archers on their stations. Go. Archers on their stations right after farmers and stuff, yeah. Okay, so archers are on their way. They're gonna be on their stations. Everything is good. We have upgrades. We've upgraded just sharp stone arrows. All good things. Yes. Sharp stone arrows. There we go. So everything's upgraded. We're good. If this thing gets done, fantastic. We do not need this one. However, if they decide to come around, which could be a thing they do, it could happen. So why don't I just go ahead and activate that just in case? And I'm going to allow my people to finish the build on that one too. So just in case, we'll let somebody go over to that tower. I don't think that'll happen, but I mean, they could very well just be like, hey, that looks like it's harder to get to. Let's just go all the way around the long way. Well, it sucks if they do that, but I've got extra people, so hopefully it'll be all right. All right, here they come. Now, they could also split up, which would be very good for me if they did. Looks like they are definitely headed 2 different directions. I don't know what to think about this. If they split up, it's great, because then they arrive at different times, which means my arrows are flinging at fewer of them, and I just take them out one at a time. They're definitely coming towards my wall on this side. I want to draw them towards the gate. I don't know if they're going to try to come through here. I want to try to draw them towards the gate. So my guys are going to come out in hopes that these guys will be like, oh, look, legionaries are there. Yeah. Now I can bring them. Oh no, they're running away. Get them. Get them. Yes, come get me. Come get me. All right, now you're in range of my towers. And now we wreck you. Hold position. And now we wreck you at the towers. Now, are there any other guys that went around the other direction? Nobody came this way. Good. Okay, so we should be fine here. We can shoot through the wall. I know it seems a little absurd, but you can do that. They are going to break the gate. So we're going to hold here. There we go. Hold that line. They are going to break the gate. That's okay. All right. And we're good. And we lost nobody. Nope. Everybody's good. So let's go ahead and prompt this to be rebuilt. And we are going to put our legionaries back a little bit. And archers, you can come off your stations now. Go back to the labor force. Everybody's good. Okay. Legionaries can actually just come on back and just hang out right here instead. So we've managed to deal with the first two attacks. That's nice. I think I will probably want another tower here just to cover that wall in case it happens. It's fine. So I will put one there. We have this one, which covers this gate, and we're generally protected from that side, which means we're protected from this side too, because they will prompt, unless the game's changed, and it may have changed, it should spawn or wherever the corner of the map is. I can't see the corners right now. Yeah, I can't see the corners, but if I remember correctly, when we were looking at the map, this was a corner. Or was it this? No, this was the corner. It's like, it's a big square, so you gotta find it. So this is a corner. Directly across from this is the other corner. Which is there, yep. And so that would mean that, I guess, this is the side, so... Yeah, okay. So maybe I've miscalculated a little bit. It's possible that we could get guys spawning here. But, so we're gonna have to look at that. We're gonna have to look at that. It's possible that I have to build choke points here and here. But either way, we've fended off the attacks pretty well so far. I think we're fairly stable. If you like this game, be sure to let me know down in the comments. This has been a whole lot of fun. Roman Triumph. Here it is, 1.0 release. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Take care. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.